Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, the Other. A while back, I received an email, something that was forwarded to me. It's called A Beautiful Message, and it has a Christian theme to it. And being a Christian, I like Christian stories, especially Christian stories that have happy endings. And I decided I would go ahead and read it. I don't know if this is actually something that actually happened, or if this is just something that somebody created on the internet, but I like it. And the pastor and his son, it's a good reminder of God's love. Every Sunday afternoon, after the morning service at the church, the pastor and his 11-year-old son would go out into their town and hand out gospel tracts. This particular Sunday afternoon, as it came time for the pastor and his son to go to the streets with their tracts, it was very cold outside, as well as pouring down rain. The boy bundled up in his warmest, driest clothes and said, "Okay, Dad, I'm ready." His pastor dad asked, Ready for what?" "Dad, it's time to gather our tracts together and go out." Dad responds, "Son, it's very cold outside. It's pouring down rain." The boy gives his dad a surprised look, asking, "But Dad, aren't people still going to hell, even though it's raining?" Dad answers, "Son, I'm not going out in this weather." Despondently, the boy asked, "Can I go, please?" His father hesitated for a moment and said, "Son, you can go. Here are the tracks. Be careful, son." "Thanks, Dad." And with that, he was off and out into the rain. His 11-year-old boy walked the streets of the town, going door to door and handing out everybody he met in the street a gospel tract. After 2 hours of walking in the rain, he was soaking, bone-chilled, wet, and down to his very last track. He stopped on a corner and looked for someone to hand a tract to, but the streets were totally deserted. Then he turned toward the first home he saw and started up the sidewalk to the front door and rang the doorbell. He rang the bell, but nobody answered. He rang it again and again, but still no one answered. He waited, but still no answer. Finally, this 11-year-old trooper turned to leave, but something stopped him. Again he turned to the door and rang the bell and knocked loudly on the door with his fist. He waited, something holding him there on the front porch. He rang again, and this time the door slowly opened. Standing in the doorway is a very sad-looking old elderly lady. She softly asked, "What can I do for you, son?" With radiant eyes and a smile that lit up her world, this little boy said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry if I disturbed you, but I just wanted to tell you that Jesus really does love you, and I came to give you my very last gospel tract, which will tell you all about Jesus and his great love." With that, he handed her his last tract and turned to leave. She called to him as he departed, "Thank you, son, and God bless you." Well, the following Sunday morning in church, Pastor Dad was in the pulpit. As the service began, he asked, "Does anybody have any testimony or want to say anything?" Slowly in the back of the row of the church, an elderly woman stood to her feet. She began to speak. A look of glorious radiance came to her face. "No one in this church knows me. I've never been here before. You see, before last Sunday, I was not a Christian. My husband passed away some time ago, leaving me totally alone in this world. Last Sunday, being a particularly cold and rainy day, it was even more so in my heart that I came to the end of the line where I no longer had any hope or will to live. So I took a rope and a chair and descended the stairway into the attic of my home. I fastened the rope securely to a rafter in the roof, then stood on a chair, fastened the other end of the rope around my neck. Standing on that chair, so lonely and broken-hearted, I was about to leap off when suddenly the loud ringing of my doorbell downstairs startled me. I thought, "I'll wait a minute. Whoever it is will go away." I waited and waited, but the ringing doorbell seemed to get louder and more insistent. And then the person ringing also started knocking loudly. I thought to myself again, who on earth could this be? Nobody ever rings my bell or comes to see me. I loosened the rope from my neck and started for the front door. All the while, the bell rang louder and louder. When I opened the door and looked, I could hardly believe my eyes, for there on my front porch was the most radiant and angelic little boy I had ever seen in my life. His smile, oh, I could never describe it to you. The words that came from his mouth caused my heart that had long been dead to leap to life as he explained to me with a cherub-like voice, "Ma'am, I just came to tell you that Jesus really loves you." Then he gave me this gospel tract that I now hold in my hand. As the little angel disappeared back in the cold and rain, I closed my door and read slowly every word of this gospel tract. Then went up to the attic to get my rope and chair. I won't be needing them anymore. You see, I am now a happy child of the King. Since the address of your church was on the back of this gospel tract, I have come here to personally say thank you to God's little angel, who came in just the nick of time, and by so doing spared my soul from eternity in hell. There was not a dry eye in the church, and the shouts of praise and honor to the King resounded off the very rafters of the building. Pastor Dad descended from the pulpit to the front of the pew where a little angel was seated. He took his son in his arms and sobbed uncontrollably. Probably no church has had a more glorious moment. Probably this universe has never seen a papa that was more filled with love and honor for his son, except for one. Our Father was also allowed his son to go out into the cold and dark world. He received his son back with joy unspeakable, and as all heaven shouted praises and honor to the King, the Father sat his beloved Son down on a throne far above all principality and power and every name that is named. Blessed are your eyes for reading this message. Don't let this message die. Read it again and pass it on to others who may need this encouragement and motivation to not give up in being a witness, even in seemingly small ways. Heaven is for his people. Remember, God's message can make the difference in the life of someone close to you. Please share this wonderful message. Very, very touching. Like I said, I don't know if this incident really happened or what the deal is with it, but I thought it was worth reading, and if it did happen. The boy saved a woman from killing herself. That's wonderful, and I want to thank all of my people who view my show and my subscribers, and I want people to continue to like, subscribe. I want to get more viewers, more subscribers. As always, thanks for watching.